Hello, my name is Kaylin Kim and I took Art 113F, Renaissance to Modern. In this video, I'm going to discuss Johannes Vermeer's A Young Woman Seated at the Virginals. I was inspired by his other work, Girl with a Pearl Earring, which holds so much depth and beauty. First, I will go over the iconography. Then I will discuss the formal analysis I have researched and concluded. Finally, I will go over the meaning and what genre this painting fits into with relative historical context. Starting off, Vermeer had a relatively small collection of no more than 60 works, and each one was incredibly detailed and eloquent. This one is no exception. It depicts a lady looking towards the viewer with an enigmatic expression. Her faint smile slightly resembles the almost sympathetic expressions of Girl with the Pearl Earring and Mona Lisa. The woman also seems rather stiff, but it seems as if she had just turned her head towards us. The right finger on the keys led many art historians to believe the viewer is the accompanying artist. She styles her hair in tight curls with glittering ribbon embellishments. The woman also wears a pearl necklace and delicately pleated satin skirt with a shawl similar in texture. She sits at a virginal, an instrument from the early Baroque period. It appears like an organ or piano while sounding like a harpsichord. A young woman seated at the virginals contains some horizontal and vertical lines in the virginal and chair. This creates a sense of stability. Vermeer also creates horizontal and diagonal lines with the lady's arms and shoulders in relation to the virginal. X-radiographs show that there was a vanishing point formed at the shoulder using a pinhole in Vermeer's drafting process, which was seen in several of his other works as well. The color scheme creates a sense of tranquility with its plain, dull blues, grays, and browns, including a pop of color with the yellow cloak. This is very common of Vermeer. The painting also uses distinct textures. This is especially seen in the sharp folds of the cloths that remind the viewer of Renaissance art. Although the woman is very delicate and smooth, the walls and virginal illustrate a rougher texture with the streaks of color. This painting exemplifies many characteristics of Baroque art. Painted from 1670 to 1672, it shows the use of chiaroscuro, which is the use of light and dark. The light comes from the top left corner and shines onto the woman like a flashlight. This creates contrast with the darker virginal and the cast shadow on her back. The painting is rather dark and unclear as to who or what is in the room other than the woman and the virginal. It is highly questioned whether she appears sympathetic, pleased, upset, etc. This contributes to the distinctive ambiguity and mystery found in Vermeer's paintings. However, her delicately crafted beauty gains the viewer's attention as it is aesthetically pleasing. This leads to the reader's interest in the painting and the many possible interpretations. Additionally, Vermeer does not heavily use sfumato, a blending technique that creates soft edges which was common in the Renaissance era. This painting is rather crisp, especially the crackling texture. What also distinguishes this painting as Baroque is the casual subject matter. It seems as if it was painted like a candid, modern camera shot. Vermeer is very well known for his many similar works, like Girl with a Pearl Earring, Lady Seated at a Virginal, Lady Standing at a Virginal, The Milkmaid, and more. Scholars debate over what Vermeer's intent was for these paintings, especially because they have immense detail but no clear meaning. For example, in this painting, very fine details are evident, like the glistening pearls, the tight curls, the individual folds of the clothing, the different shades and tints of the wood on the virginal, the numerous loops of ribbon, and the shadows. Pearls are said to represent purity and youth, and in Vermeer's oeuvre, music suggests courtship. She seems to be looking for a suitor. Now, let's go through a recap of what I just went over. The details and portrayal of daily life seen in A Young Woman Seated at the Virginals are highly indicative of the Baroque era. This painting depicts a lady sitting at an instrument from the late Renaissance and early Baroque period. The mystery in this painting creates room for interpretation. The simplicity yet alluring beauty of this painting creates a pleasant ambiguity to the painting, which is common to Vermeer.